Hello everyone, welcome. Audio check. Everything should work just fine.
Hello, motherfucker.
Just
Hello, motherfucker.
check everything here. But it all should work fine. Always like to do this before a stream.
Hello,
Audio
motherfucker.
checks.
Hello, motherfucker.
Thank you very much for the follows. I'll just do a quick audio check. Make sure we have everything going on correctly. And we can begin with the devlog. I'll give you more insights into what the game is gonna contain in the next update, what you can expect, particularly when is this gonna happen, so that's also important. And yeah, just some details and information that you might be interested in. So let me just check the audio real quick here. We can begin.
Brains125 says hello, motherfucker.
Okay. Should be good.
Hello, motherfucker.
All right. It seems that it's gonna go well. Yeah. All right. Thanks for all the follows. I appreciate it, and we can begin. All right. So I have the game launched through Steam right now. So the shipping copy, the copy without the debugging options in this case, on the last stream, Devlog 3, if you watched that, you might remember that we were in engine and had a free look around, but this time we can take a look at the bunker. I believe that it was a problem with the numpad. Yeah, I have to say that I was coding this particular switch to that level yesterday, and I could have expected that not everyone has numpads, because like smaller keyboards, and especially those those little ones, don't, as far as I know. So my bad, but I can show you here. But yeah, like overall, the timeline right now is approximately 2-3 months till Steam Early Access. We call it beta because it's like the fully playable state. And in this demo, we had to lock off a lot of that stuff, so you didn't get to see it. There were some things that weren't working; they were collapsing, especially the tasks. We completed one task, couldn't start another. So I thought it would be best to just lock it off, don't risk it, and
you dork.
I'll take a look what happened exactly during testing and fix it. And afterwards, once the story is complete and fully playable, it'll go into early access on Steam. You'll be able to get it, and it'll be released in an episodic manner. So you'll buy one copy, but you'll get content. Like if you watch a TV series or whatever that's also constructed like this, you'll receive content for free automatically after you have the copy already. This decision was made because I think that as a small studio, I think it's better to do it this way to save time and to also get content out sooner, so that people can play, and also to invite the community to give their ideas, say what they think, get feedback from people, from the players. So I think this approach allows more space to do this, which is why I decided to do it like that. So approximately 2 episodes per month. One episode will be like half an hour to an hour of playtime, a couple of missions. Each episode will be different in its own way. We'll try to have different mechanics, although some mechanics will be repeated, like the hacking system, which is the main point of the game. but you'll also be able to do a lot of walking stuff, walking around, sneaking, melee fights, stuff like that. So it's not just the hacking itself, there's gonna be more. Sorry, I'm not reading this properly. I have it on my iPad actually, because currently my current setup is with one monitor, unfortunately. You missed a subscriber, you dork. Go back to the chess club. Yeah, Todd Howard said that, yeah. You dork. It was a great test of the hacking mechanic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Zach, and I appreciate you saying that and that you enjoyed it. And like you said, I think that people who are more interested into this mechanic will enjoy it more, but also because I am aware of that, I also wanted to put more stuff into it. So like the other mechanics will be for other people, and they will shift. Like, it's, how would I explain this? You're not gonna use one particular mechanic for too long, so people who are not particularly into something will not have to go through it too much. But of course, then obviously, like, overall, if it's up to the people if they want to play. That's kind of obvious. It's probably not aligned because of the main menu here. I just took the webcam from my other scenes and put it on the other side, so I didn't really align it. But I can try if it's not aligned. Yeah, it's a little weird. Let me just take a quick look at that. Yeah, what the hell? There's actually two of them for some reason. Yeah, should be better now. Thanks. What else do we have here? Excited to see the secret bunker. Yeah, I hope that it should work. We'll see. What else? Alerts, dope. Yeah. I tried implementing those. I'm not really sure. Like, I never used that before. I used it on a couple of previous streams when I was streaming GTA and Fallout, but not really too much. So I'm not sure yet how it all exactly works. So if there's something wrong, then I'm sorry about that. But it should work properly. Set LOL gets snapped to do. Yeah, thank you for all the follows, Zach. To do Santana, Van, Pixie, Criterion. Yeah. Hopefully you can hear the audio. I have it on speakers, and from my previous experience, I was watching one of the VODs and the audio was looping, so I have my speakers on a pretty low level for now to prevent that from accidentally happening again. Alright, so if we do this, we should be able to, and here we go, it should be loading now. Here we go. So this is the bunker. And oops. Yeah, that auto mod is weird. I didn't really set it up, it's just at its defaults. I think that will also make it more interesting for people like me, to be honest. I'd love to find more ways to hack throughout the game, yeah. There will also, like, one important thing that I wanted to mention is that it's not going to be limited to hacking per se, but in certain missions you'll be able to find another approach. So let me see if I can think of an example. If one of you, or if some of you have played Deus Ex, especially Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, or Fallout, let's say, there's always another way of doing something, and I've been playing these games since I was a child and took a lot of inspiration from all of them, all three and some others, and I'm a big fan of creating multiple ways for people to resolve a certain task. So in certain cases, it's not just the hacking, but you'll be able to, for example, sneak around or lockpick. There's actually a lockpick mechanic. Also had to be locked off because of some issues, but it's already implemented in next levels, so you'll be able to do lockpicking as well. Fancy bunker, I need to get going. See you later. See you. Bye. That sounds perfect. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the bunker. It's going to be available in the second part of the game. It's an abandoned bunker of the US Air Force, and for some reason there's no security there, so you just found it. You'll be told why in the story. And you created your home, your safe house inside. In the beginning of the game, you use your garage, the one you saw, as your safe house. And in the second part of the game, you're going to use this bunker. And you're going to be able to customize stuff here. For now, I just put this banner here. I think it looks dope. During development, the light is a little bit wonky there, the shadows, but I actually don't know why. There's an issue with UVs there, of that texture of the banner there, the RackJacker banner. You'll be able to customize it, move stuff around. You'll be able to, it's like a little mechanic to make the game more immersive. You'll be able to order food. So like you open an app or your laptop, there'll also be like a phone. You'll be able to order food and then receive it and eat it. And watch TV as well. There will be some programs that you'll be able to watch there. And there's one drink. If you played Fallout, you might remember Nuka-Cola. And I was thinking like, I want to have a drink of my own, right? So a temporary name for a drink is Ongakken. It's not gonna be like that because it sounds too cliche, right? It's gonna be different, but for now it's like this cyan reflective can called Ongakken, kind of this retro style, like cold, Polish or like cola-like drink, but not exactly like that. A bit sweeter, sort of. So you keep that here in this little fridge, and you'll be able to order those as well. So that's just a little like a side thing that you'll be able to do. Yeah, customizable bunker immersion points. Yeah, you'll be able to do a lot of customization here, move things around, buy stuff, sell stuff. You'll also have like a wallet with cryptocurrency that you'll be able to use to buy stuff. And actually, like we since the beginning, the plan was to connect this to Discord. We wanted to like create this one platform, this one economy with in-game simulated cryptocurrency. And you'll be able to the pillow, yeah. Yeah. This simulated cryptocurrency, and you'll be able to earn levels on Discord by being active, which will be synced to the game. And then in game, if you complete a task or earn money in the game, it will be synced to Discord. So like this one kind of like platform that's connected, because personally I've never seen this before myself, and I think it would be cool to have something like that. So it's like, it's not just a game, but you have like a companion platform for the game that I know that some games have companion apps, but I wanted this to be different so that it hooks into your activity on Discord, and then the other way around, the game, it's back to Discord and Discord back to the game. So I think that could work. We'll see if it does in the end when it's done. What people say, but I think it sounds cool, personally. And yeah, I didn't finish reading the message. But also go back and use previous knowledge from time to time and feel, yeah, I've learned something. Yeah, exactly. So like, you complete a mission, like you said, you had this feeling of achievement. So like you completed something, you're like, oh wow, I hacked this, and like, now I can mess around with it, you know, like I achieved something. And I also learned something. The system that's there, the hacking system that you saw, is simulated. It's not completely realistic, but it tries to be. I personally have a lot of cybersecurity experience, so I'm trying to mimic it to as much detail as possible. However, some details cannot be replicated. For example, if you're brute forcing a hash, it usually takes a long time, and you wouldn't want to wait for that. So that's obviously like the intervals are shortened. So this is not something that would be ideal. But other than that, I'm just trying to keep it real to make people feel that like you said, that they learned something. Shiny couch. Yeah, it's this leather, this expensive reflective leather, you know. It looks like, I think to me it looks like this modern style. Everything is like, if you look at these walls, they're kind of shiny. It's metal, but it still has this reflection. Also the leather here, I think that looks cool. Who knows if it really does, but I like it personally. All of the integration would also fit right into the feel of the game. I think so, yeah, hopefully. Is there anything else here so that I don't miss anything from the chat? Probably not. Alright, good. So this is the bunker. There are more sections here. They're locked off behind actually this wall. There will be like a way here and you'll be able to walk through the wall. There will obviously be a door there. There will be more sections of the bunker, kind of like vaults in Fallout in terms of size. So it'll be pretty big, multiple levels. But definitely, like if you take a look at it, it looks different. So like the style and the way of organizing things and putting specific objects in, I think that, like for example, the sofa. It's something that usually you wouldn't find in a bunker, but your character Hanako, your protagonist, wants to feel comfy here, and it's her safe zone, her safe house, so she just ordered a sofa and put it here. So like, so not standard, but I think that it works within the game and also within the lore, which is also going to be extensive. You'll be able to learn about the lore from the emails, from the terminals, from files. Once you hack different machines, there will be a lot of files, notes. You'll be able to read those, learn more about the backstory, the lore. You'll be able to find out like what the heck is going on here, like what is this world, where am I, where did I find myself in, so like what is going on. And you will be able to find all this through the emails, text files, background conversations, this kind of stuff.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hi, thanks for the follow. Belongami Lee. Is there any other apps on the computer like video chatting or online shopping? Not yet, but online shopping will be there to complement the food ordering system and the customization system. There'll also be like a simulated phone with apps that you'll be able to use while you're inside your bunker. And video chatting, that could work, but I'm not sure like who would you video chat to, but it could work. I'll think about it. Yeah, it could work definitely. Zentacles makes sense. I like the just juxtaposition, all repurposed bunker, fancy personalized interior. Yeah, right. Exactly, like the opposites. Even though like there's a like literal trash here, and there's a lot of stuff that is in the way and like all over the place, there's actually a storage area behind this door. This door is like the security door that rolls up like this, and there's a big storage area there with a lot of food, water, weaponry, and it's a mess. So on one hand, she did try to make it nice, but on the other hand, like she doesn't really go out too much. So there's a bunch of mess inside. Regarding the schedule, want to mention that so that I don't forget. regarding the schedule, so like I said, beta in about 2-3 months, hopefully, on Steam, and full release. It looks that all the episodes could be released by half of 2023, so like Q2 or Q3, around that area. So I think that is doable. We'll see. But that's the current projection. And like I said, if you get the base game, you get everything else free, and there might be some DLCs later that will be on top of that. I don't know yet. No one knows yet, but might be something to extend the game and the story. Who knows? But for now, just this episodic approach to the release. Episode 1 is the tutorial and 1 additional mission. They'll be ready in like 2 weeks. There'll be a stream on that, devlog 5. You'll be able to see the walkthrough, and then the other episodes will come after that, like within a month or a month and a half. And after that, I think it will be more or less ready for early access. People will be able to get 2 to 3 hours of playtime, voice their opinion, give feedback. I'll take that into account, look at what I could improve, and if everything's going well, I'll continue with the episodes and try to reach 1.0, which will be the final release. There'll be approximately 10 episodes, 9-10 episodes. Yeah, it should be 9 or 10. So about, like, I was aiming at like 14 hours of playtime, which is like a standard for solo games, like 14, 16. Might be a little less, we'll see. As you might have noticed, there's no terminal here, so like you can't really do hacking from here. I'll have to return to the bunker. I actually have to exit the game for that and quickly launch it again. But in the bunker, I noticed that Zach, that the character that you can see in the level, Dave, which is a testing character, he's there until beta, then he'll be removed. He's to test the interactions, so that's his whole purpose. He actually has a voice line that says that, something like, "Hi Hanako, I'm here until after the beta, then I'll be out of your mind," or something like that. It's not in yet, but I thought it would be funny to put something like that in for testers to laugh a little. Don't know if it's actually funny, but but this guy has an animation, but only at the highest graphics setting, which is weird. It should play on the lower settings. For some reason it doesn't, but during final testing I noticed that it just plays on the highest graphics quality. It's like, awesome, Dave the Giant. That would be a fun addition. Yeah, I think so. Regarding the third-person view, the camera, I also noticed this, and I wanted to text chat to explain why that happened, but the camera is centered on like her base, so the base of her mesh, which is like in the center of her body. It's centered on that point from the back. It was a little above, but to see the animation from the third person view in its whole like form in the packaged build, I had to move it lower because I couldn't see the whole thing. I forgot to put it back. This is what I mean, the camera being like centered onto the base. And yeah, so like if you switch your graphics settings, which are actually in I'm blind, graphics ultra, yeah, as you can see it plays now, so that's kind of weird. And these animations were recorded with a Quest 2, and if any of you ever struggled with recording animations without expensive mocap suits or renting a mocap studio, you can use your Quest headset, Quest 2 specifically, get an app for $60, and then just record the animations with either controllers or hand tracking. And if you have the Vive trackers, you can also track your legs or feet. So this is recorded just with a VR headset and literal hands. I didn't even use controllers. It's kind of wonky. You see the arm is a little bit weird, bent here. But overall, I think that it worked quite well. This won't be in the final version, of course, but yeah, I think that was pretty good considering. Oh, sweet. Sweet, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think that the headset did a pretty good job at that. Regarding the grabs, you can actually grab this globe with your middle mouse button, move it back and forth. Just a little thing that I wanted to have in the game. It's funny that you can't like pick it. And this paper box, you can also move it up and down, back and forth. So that's all there is to it, just to mess around. Other objects here are static. They're not affected by the physics engine, so they're not grabbable at the moment. I think this keyboard, it is as well. But that's it. This here was the first iteration of the terminals. I think it still works. Not sure though. It still works. I thought I disabled it, but it still works. So this was the first iteration. You had to like move your whole camera like this, and the cursor was centered in the middle of your viewport, and you used E or F depending on your settings to interact. But then I started working on this like fully immersive OS simulation system built on a framework that allows this kind of thing, and I think it works much better. So overall, and it's also more immersive. You have free control of the cursor. It simulates an OS more precisely than just moving your whole camera. I imagine like aiming with your head. I actually have an eye tracker, so I could aim with my eye, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, I think the new iteration is cool. The immersion is great. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a lot more comfortable, definitely, to interact with than moving your whole camera. So that's regarding the schedule, like I said, and this is your first save house. You'll be in the second part of the game. You'll be accepting missions, and you'll be going out into server rooms. These server rooms, you might have seen some screenshots on Steam. There are a couple of those of the server rooms. They changed quite a lot since the screenshots were taken, but they give you an idea of what that will look like, and you'll basically either go full on like I need to complete my task and run, or just sneaky peeky and try to do it without raising any suspicion, any alarms. There's in these server rooms there's an alarm system that will call security, and your character is a person who doesn't love fighting, doesn't like guns, doesn't like shooting at people, so she doesn't have or use any weaponry. The weaponry she has in her second bunker can be sold off later for profit, but you can't use any of that. You can only use your trusty crowbar, which is your like a signature weapon. It should be somewhere here, unless... that's weird. You can see it on one of the screenshots on Steam. It used to be here, but I guess that it could have fallen underneath the level. That's weird. You can also manipulate the chair. Yeah. There's no audio to the impact yet. But yeah, so raise alarms, NPCs, security guards, you'll be able to tase them or take them down with a crowbar, either stealthily from behind or just from the front, but then there's a slight possibility that they will overtake you or like overpower you because you're smaller and most of them are bigger and more muscular, so they can just like you go at them and they'll just hold your hand and throw you away, and it will just throw your whole body away and you're done pretty much. So there'll be a slight chance that that might happen if you go from the front. So it's up to you. Like ideally you should take the stealth approach. That's the way it's intended to be, but it's up to you in the end. There's gonna be a lot of choice as to what you want to do in the game. If you read the main description of the game, it mentions a state of being on a brink of war. You'll actually be able to impact this whole thing and decide what happens. This might be a little spoiler, but you'll be able to influence whether one side wins, the other side, or neither. So you'll have a lot of choice as to what will happen, because you're one of the main actors in this whole situation due to your high hacking skills. And if you don't do your job properly or mess it up or intentionally just mess something up, it's gonna turn around against you and the story is gonna change. So that's all I can say at this point, but there is that possibility as well if you don't follow the instructions. So like you have that option. It's not like you're in a deadlock, it tells you to do something and you have to do that. While you're in the game, in the later episodes you'll actually be able to change stuff. So it's always great. Yeah, I also think so, and I fully agree with that, and that's why I wanted to, like, as opposed to something like Cyberpunk when you're given the illusion of choice, but in fact you don't have any choice. I wanted to prevent that, learn from someone else's mistake, and actually give players a choice that they can notice. So it's not just a dialogue option saying that I'm gonna do this, but then in the end I'm gonna end up having the same ending or the same dialogue line later down the line. It will actually influence the rest. So I wanted to prevent getting into a situation like Cyberpunk in this sense. Someone asked about the store, that there'll be an option in the browser, and the video chat there could be. I think it could work. Regarding the cameling, you can go onto your desktop, cams, garage, and you can see the actual camera in the cameling app here. So you can see that it's barely noticeable, but here you can see the movement of your character. So like it's updating in real time and it's connected to that camera that you can switch to. So that's the purpose of this app, and you'll be able to use it to connect to different cameras, and you'll also be able to hack cameras and connect to them through here. And that includes server room cameras of server rooms that you later physically go into. And all of this, like when you unfocus, detach from the terminal, you can still see the contents here. And you go to the camera, switch to it. That's just a little detail, but I wanted to show it to you. You can actually see it from here as well. So the visuals that you see through your player camera are reflected on everything else that has a view of the world. So like the cameras, for example. So it's not just like a static image or a video like some games do, but in this case it's real time. It's limited to like the updates are limited to like one update per half a second or so to save on resources, but it's still updating in real time. Creepy webcam hacking. Yeah, it's a little creepy if you think about it. Yeah. You can minimize windows here, can have a little start menu here. There's no icon here, so like don't usually notice it. There's gonna be an icon here. You can shut down the terminal, restart it. That doesn't work right now because if I shut it down, I'm not gonna be able to start it up again. Images, yeah, you've already explored that. The music, that's our actual music. You can open it through here. So yeah, we also make music. But I think that's pretty much it regarding the news and the schedule. I'm really sorry about having to lock off the rest of what I initially wanted to show you. It was like a week ago or week and a half. We were doing a final round of testing on Discord, and something just wasn't working. So I decided to lock it off just in case to not run into any issues on stream, because that would be a problem. Yeah, sorry about that, but it's gonna come soon, and next devlog number 5, which is gonna be in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks hopefully, is gonna showcase more of the levels and hopefully the melee mechanics. We'll see, but that's the plan, at least for now. And also this Cyclify app, it doesn't work yet. This is actually a web browser view, so it's like within this window it's the same thing as the web browser, but it doesn't navigate to any specific website. For now, it's gonna be a program that you're gonna use from time to time. So it has a purpose. It will be web browser based, but you'll see later. It's not working obviously yet. And yeah, you'll be able to switch between cameras here. So hopefully you liked it. If you by any chance viewed or watched the previous devlog, hopefully you liked what changed, like progress, all the things that are new and that got implemented since. And if you're new, then hopefully you like what you saw also on Zach's stream. And if you're interested in any of this, in either what you saw or what you heard, definitely wishlist, stay tuned. We also have a Discord. We would be very happy if we see you there. And yeah, hopefully you liked it. So probably that's it for now. I'm thinking last minute if there's anything else that I could show you right now, but probably not. There'll be some image-based updates on Discord, like screenshots or and yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching, and Zach, thank you for rating, thank you for playing in the first place. And I've actually, like, all of the things that were said either by you or by the others, I noted them. Also the things I noticed, and including the camera, and I'll fix those definitely. So it was also beneficial to like see what is the experience of someone who has never played something like this, or like specifically this, or in general like a game with this kind of mechanics. So from both of these perspectives, it was nice to see how you dealt with it, and it also gave me an idea of what I could change or add. So yeah, I'm very glad about that, and thanks for playing. So guys, see you in like 2 or 3 weeks, and again, if you're interested, stay tuned, and goodbye. Bye. See you.